Easy come and easy go. You're an unfading star, a gentle love.
So good morning. Welcome to Cromer. This is before sunrise, and I was talking to somebody the other day about what to do if they're completely clear skies, and what I said to do is to come out before sunrise, because I love that kind of magenta-y, bluey, violet sky that you get before sunrise. Now look at the colours there and there and there and there, and those colours are fantastic, and I never find those at sunset. I always find them at sunrise, that mixture, beautiful colours. But actually it's going to be even better than I thought, because the idea today was to show you what to do in completely clear skies, but we've got some cloud, so let's make the most of it. I'll come to Cromer to explore the new sea defences which have been put in. Didn't come over yesterday, and at first glance they look a bit messy. I was hoping they were going to be a bit more like Southwold, but there's still some photographs to have here, so let's wander down and I'll meet you at the beach. Oh, right, I feel I can talk to you now. I've got a shot in the bag. So this is now the end of March, and the last videos that you've seen from me have come from Lofoten in Norway, and I did wonder whether, I did wonder whether I'd get a kind of a bit of a Lofoten bounce. In other words, I was a bit like, nothing is going to be as good anymore. Happened to me once before. Photographed something, got it into a competition, did really well, was in an exhibition, and I kind of felt that I'd achieved, that's it, I've done, stop, don't do it anymore. And I kind of felt a little bit like that for Lofoten, but life goes on, and photographs are there to be had. I really enjoy it. Days like today look fantastic. So even though this has not got snow and huge wet mountains, it's still a great picture. I really love it. Let me just show you it. So there it is. Could just darken this down a little bit so you can see it, because it's going to look more like that, I guess, although the Osmo is obviously adjusting the exposures as we go along, but it's going to look more like that. And just playing with these new sea defences, because you can see that we've now got a load of rocks on here, which you never usually see on an East Anglian beach, and I thought that would be interesting. I don't know quite why there's just a great huge pile in the mid-ground there. That's kind of to me, that doesn't look very nice, but I guess they're not really doing it for me, they're doing it for the sea defences and to protect Cromer itself. But these rocks here look lovely, and what's great about these is you can probably see, I'm just going to take a picture there, you can probably see that they are reflecting the light, so any sunrise light that you get looks really good. It reflects off there, so this lovely red sky that we're getting. Tide is coming in, so I wish it was going out. I always prefer it going out, because what you get with a tide that's going out, or a receding tide, is you get wet sand, which also reflects any colour that you get in the sky. Obviously we haven't got that today as much. We've got a little bit, but look at the colours in the sky. Now you can see we've now got 20 minutes before sunrise itself, and you can see that blue magenta-y, that bluey colour, that kind of cyany, bluey, purpley colour that we had earlier, is already gone, because the colour temperature of the sky is warming up. And in fact, the colour itself is not as intense as it was. And you get that whether it's cloudy or whether it isn't. In fact, if it's really, really cloudy, you don't get anything at all, as you've probably seen if you follow the channel. But if it's a completely clear day, when the sun is up, the contrast is too much. It doesn't look great, to be honest. But before the sun comes up, if you can get to location then, you still get that beautiful summery light with the reds and the purples and the blues and the mauves, and I think it looks great. So clear skies, don't stay in bed, just get up a bit earlier. That's what I always say. Right, let's see if we can find another composition here with these beautiful rocks and this beautiful sky. It looks lovely, doesn't it? Fantastic. Right, I found another composition. I'm just taking you to it now. Swing you around. Okay, so there's the composition. Just to tilt the screen to show you. I'll put the display back on. I love the fact that you can customize this display in this Z8. So I've got 3 settings. This one's got the histogram, which I use all the while, and the level. This one's slightly less cut, as you can see, which enables you to compose the shot and check all the edges. When I look through the viewfinder, that is a display that I've got. So you've got a different display in the actual viewfinder, and that one's a straightforward exposure one. But the one I use the most is that one. But this composition, anyway, so let me turn it off again for you to show you. This composition is all about this rock here, which is buried in these stones that have been put on the beach. And obviously you can see with the composition, it's coming up and around to the pier and then to the sky. Now I think it's almost too heavy here, so the balance is kind of pointing that way. But what I want to try and do is make this stone a bit further to the right, so that rather than going over there, your eye goes around it and out, because this is the main focus I want people to look at. Could also do that by pulling focus, by just focusing on the pier and making this out of focus. But I think in actual fact this needs to be in focus as well. Right, let me compose that, and we'll get this done before the colour in the sky disappears, which it kind of is quite quickly. Working quick. Hold there. Okay, well there we go. I don't know if you can see that brilliantly, but I'll show you the photograph anyway. But that is a better composition in my mind, because we've still got this rock still doing the job of leading line in around these rocks, top of the town of Cromer out here. But the eye focuses more on this bit, and that's the bit that I'm interested in. This big pile of rocks gets in the way of the pier. I'm still not sure whether I like it or not, but it certainly is a little bit different, and it will certainly date the image, so we'll go with it. I've got no choice really, but I still quite like something in the mid-ground generally, and it looks like it's Cromer's very own mountain. Right, let's go and grab my camera bag I've left at the top of the beach here, see if I can't grab something else slightly closer with those main rocks, maybe as the focus. Let's go and have a look. It'd be a cleaner image without those rocks in place, but then again it's one that I've got a few times anyway before they put the rocks in place. So, but let's go and explore anyway as I'm here. But I need to be quick, because with clear skies, and we have got pretty much clear skies to be honest now, it's over there, then once the sun comes up with a clear sky, day's over really, unless of course I get the drone out, which I might do in a minute. Right, let's see if I can grab one more image before we move on. So that's camera eye view pretty much. It's hard to get myself in shot, but that's not a problem if you want to see the beautiful sunrise. So what I've done with this, I've moved forward to where this big lump of rock is. Same kind of things are going to apply as applied before. The sun is going to reflect off the stones because they're a little bit wet. We've got a nice sky above, although that's going. But what we have got by getting really close, and there's one there, is we've got the incoming tide leaving, you can see it there, a nice wet beach, which is also reflecting the sky. Now it's only really in that top third of the photograph that is working, which might mean I'll crop it, but something like that, and that's why it's precarious, especially when you're on a tripod and I lose the equipment in the sea. But that will give us a nice reflection, which will also have the benefit are bouncing the lovely colours in the sky. So it should work a little bit. Oops, you'll get these, you can't see this, but my feet are now surrounded, but that's fine. I've got wellies on. It's just a question of whether the tripod sinks and you lose the camera. That's what you've got to be very careful of. So I'll make sure I've got a hand on it to make sure I can grab it. It would be better with an outgoing tide because I'd be following this lovely reflection down the beach, and it would give me a little more time to compose stuff. But I found quite a nice composition a few minutes earlier with some little stones on the beach which kind of make a semicircle. It's again looking for these lines in the composition to help lead the eye through to the main character, which is the beautiful Cromer Pier, which is starting to look a bit flat. Let's move this camera out of the way so I can talk to you easier. And that happened really quickly. So when I was here, and I've been here literally 15 minutes, when I was here 15 minutes ago, I was getting a 6-second exposure. I'm now getting something like a half a second. So you can see the light really has come on quickly. And that is what you get on clear sky days. The light comes out so quickly. And when the sun breaks the horizon, if you're using a small aperture, you might get a sun star. But after that, you get real problems with the contrast between the highlights and the shadows. And it's very difficult, and actually it doesn't normally look as good. So I kind of agree with some people when they say, oh, it's a bit too clear, I'm not going to bother. But I would also encourage you to think about coming out before the sun comes up, because as you saw today, that works quite well, I think. Right, I'm going to call that a day now. The sun has risen, and in a clear blue sky on a beach, once the sun's up, the sky just goes completely blank and gets really boring. So tip for you, if you want to photograph at blue skies, or you want to photograph and you've only got one day to photograph and the forecast is for a blue sky, just come out, but get out earlier, because before dawn the skies look amazing. I hope you enjoy the pictures. I'll put them on a second. Quick channel update for you, what's coming up. Couple of weeks I'm off to the Caribbean. I'm principally a best man at a wedding, but I'm also taking the camera gear with me, and I've been told that I'm allowed to go and do a vlog. So I'm going to try and find a beach, maybe a pier, maybe some minimalism. I don't know yet until I get out there. But I'm going to keep my eyes peeled while I'm on best man duties, and hopefully take you with me and we'll do a vlog from out there. When I get back, really grateful to Fujifilm UK, who have agreed to loan me a GFX 100 Mark II, which I'm getting for over a week and a half. So the plan with that is to go up to the Lake District and give it a good old test. We're going to do some landscapes, we're going to do some hill climbing, and we're going to do some woodland as well, just to give that a really good test. I loved using the GFX 50R that I used to own, so doubly excited to have a double-sized sensor, 100 megapixels, absolutely awesome. So that's coming up. There'll be a load of vlogs coming up for that. And then I'm also looking forward to getting back into the woodlands, because at the moment the woodland looks a little bit dull and there's not much fog about, and it's that in-between kind of season stage we're at the moment. But spring is coming and the woodland looks great in spring. And then we've got bluebells and all the other stuff to look forward to in the summer. So thanks ever so much for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed today. I've really enjoyed it. Until next week, when I'll probably be in Thornham in North Norfolk. I'll take you with me on a shoot there, and we'll see what we can discover. Take care of yourselves then. See you soon. Bye bye.
It's like we've always known, been set in stone, unbreakable. It's like I've always dreamed, true harmony, unmistakable, unmistakable. Through each night we'll keep burning bright, I'm so lucky to be loved by you. And calm the storm.